Guys, you are looking at a SmokinTex grill. Me personally, excessive smoke can actually mask the natural taste of the meat or even vegetables you have in the grill. Kind of like leaving a bitter or an acrid aftertaste that overshadows the intended flavors. So I decided to buy something like, for instance, for me, a grill that balances the subtle hint of wood smoke without overdoing it, provides the perfect harmony between flavor and comfort, allowing the ingredients to shine while still capturing that distinctive smoky essence. My customers love it. Like if you have a food truck, for instance, and you have a smoker in the back of it, that could be brutal, especially in the summertime. So I truly recommend the SmokinTex. I purchased mine in 2019, I think, and it's still going. However, it is electric, but there is an option that you could actually put pellets inside of a little tray there. Yeah, so I love it. I mean, anything from beef patties, corn, briskets, pork shoulder, ribs. Now, I gotta tell you, it's a slow cooker. So if you're in a hurry, that's not the right grill for you. But me, that is the perfect grill for inside of a food truck. Now, let me get into the specs of it. It is actually electric. It's got two elements. Each element is like 700 watts. So if you turn on the two, you'll have 1400 watts. The temperature goes up to slightly above 250. It's got one little stack on top. So therefore, I mean, if you did the math, you did the amperage, you did the wattage times divided by the volts, you probably get around 15 amps in there somewhere. But I don't recommend using this thing with an extension cord to begin with. Don't do that. Okay, it's a fire hazard if you do that. You can damage anything from the wiring all the way up to your breaker box. It's not recommended. That's not something that is by design as far as SmokinTex or Alto-Shaam. No, that's just the laws of electricity. Especially when you're using that type of resistance. Those little things that lights up in your stove. Yeah, don't use, again, I repeat, don't use an extension cord. Overall, I had to replace a switch. It's a two-way switch with a neutral. In the middle, it's turned off. Up is one function and down is another function. So I think up is like two elements, and then the bottom selection is one element. Now, I've had to replace the switch. While I was in there, I took everything apart. I looked at the overall construction of that grill. It is very sealed. It is very hermetic. For you guys that are like into HVAC, I mean, when it comes to the R value, this thing is like sealed shut. Okay? That's one of the reasons why I'm actually recommending the grill. This is not a commercial. It's more like an infomercial for my fellow food trucks. I see what you guys go through with these grills in the back of your trucks. Now, you might be thinking volume right now. I've had about probably 4 pork shoulders in there. I took out one tray and kind of made room. It'll take probably 3 boxes of ribs. Okay? If a box of ribs has got like a double pack of 4, 8 slabs or whatever, the grill is more than enough. So like I said, you can get that little smoky taste, not too much smoke, and the rest of it is just, all electric. And to me, it just tastes just less work, less smoke. It tastes just as good. So I actually do recommend the SmokinTex. If you're looking at that specific footage, I actually put charcoal in it. It works perfect. Well, I was in a hurry. I was doing corn for the wife, and then it's like, okay, well, I got to get this corn done. So I actually have a basket where I do use charcoal in it. Okay, so it's an expensive grill now. I mean, I went out and bought it because I got the food truck business now. Like pellet grills. I'm not a pellet grill person. To me, pellet grills is more like an enthusiast, your weekender kind of beer party kind of thing. But pellet grills to me, if you don't use them after a while, the auger gets clogged. Now you got to get in there, take the motor out, unplug the electricity, and flush flush the little tube there where the auger spins and pushes the pellet down towards the flame. I never thought that a pellet grill is a commercial grill. They're pretty now, but you can't on a commercial scale. I would not. I wouldn't buy. I wouldn't buy a pellet grill. Not for commercial use. So, what else I gotta tell you about this grill? Overall, the hermetics of it, man, it is very sealed. Just say you start 6 a.m., you got a couple of briskets in there. I can guarantee you, by the time you're ready to serve, just say 3 o'clock. I'm not gonna exaggerate. You wrap your meat and then you put it to rest. Believe me, man, you will not regret buying this thing. However, it is expensive. When I purchased it, it was like $4,000. Yes, $4,000 US dollars, because it's the double element. If you notice, you got two straps, two buckles. They do sell one with a single latch, which is half the price. I've seen them on Webstaurant for like $900 up to, depends on who it is, $1,400. Now the double latch is still around $4,000. It is well worth it. You can have it inside of a restaurant. You can have it inside of of your food truck, inside of your shed. Just remember, do not use an extension cord with this thing.